The state of Minnesota has established restricted zones around the nuclear power plant as a protective action to safeguard the public from exposure to radiation. Re-entry into these areas may be necessary to help stabilize the incident, protect critical infrastructure, care for animals, or remove personal belongings. Re-entry is an approved temporary entry into a restricted zone under controlled conditions to conduct essential activities. All people approved to re-enter a restricted zone, while the release is still going on, will be treated as emergency workers. As an emergency worker, you'll receive training on the basics of radiation, including the nature of the hazard, the taking of potassium iodide, as well as exposure, contamination, and dose levels. You'll be given personal protective equipment, potassium iodide, dosimetry, and shown how to use them. You'll also receive a stay time, not to exceed 8 hours with turnback limit of 1 hour as read on your dosimeter. Once the release has stopped, individuals approved for re-entry will be classified into one of two groups, depending on the type and frequency of the activity being performed. One group will consist of individuals that may need to re-enter an area numerous times to conduct tasks involving animal care or maintenance of critical infrastructure and utilities. This group will have a dose limit of 2 rem in the first year and half a rem any subsequent year. The other group is considered to be general public and should only need to re-enter a single time to complete their task, such as property removal or pet retrieval. This group will have a dose limit of half a rem. While the dose limits will not change, the actual time allowed in a specific restricted zone will be dependent on the exposure rates in that area. For your safety, all people re-entering will receive the necessary training, dosimetry, personal protective equipment, and if necessary, potassium iodide. Be sure to enter and exit at the designated access points so that you can be registered and your dosimetry can be tracked. You may be able to drive your own car into the relocation area, or the county may provide transportation for you. To reduce the risk of internal contamination, avoid rubbing your face, eating, drinking, or smoking while in a restricted zone. When your tasks are completed, report to the designated monitoring and decontamination locations to turn in your dosimetry and ensure you are not contaminated.